Hey guys, sorry about what happened. The game crashed, and it looks like I had to start over. A good thing it saved to where it was, but I had to restart the whole thing. I'm trying to get the chat back up, so give me a minute, guys. Just hold on. Gotta redo everything. Some odd reason, everything's been slow today. I'm guessing because of the weather. So hang on, guys. Just give me a minute.
A sturdy enough vessel, if you trust your swimming skills.
Hey Comic Book Plus, how's it going?
Nobody left to mourn the dead or care for their graves, it seems. I've seen this before. In the painting. This is the grave I saw in that waking dream.
Oh, we're doing good. The game crashed. The game crashed. I had to restart the stream again.
If I could just... these vines are too thick. I need something to cut through these. Locked with a padlock. Andrew will have a key, but I'm not keen on waiting for his return. Locked with a padlock. Andrew will have a key, but I'm not keen on waiting for his return.
About to say, better not crash again. Because if it did, have to do the stream another time. Back. Hey Captain, welcome back. Sorry for what happened. The game just crashed. I hate it. This is the reason why me and Vic need an Elgato. Because if the game crashed, Elgato will make us go back into it without the stream ending until we end it. Yeah, I hate having stream troubles. But this is how life works. This is how life is, so gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, come on. So many crashes with Friday. I wish I had an Elgato back then. It's alright, we had them. And now... Yep. And now the game just froze. Well, not technically it didn't froze, I'm stuck. It's just not my day, is it? Nope. I could still get in the menu. Okay, now I gotta reload this again.
Rory's tools. A hammer, a tenon saw, a bolt cutter. All a bit rusty, but in good order. Rory's tools. A hammer, a tenon saw, a bolt cutter. All a bit rusty, but in good order.
Hey Dragon Spirit, welcome back. Sorry about what happened to the other stream. It crashed on us, and I hate the fact that it does it every time I stream or every time Vic streams. You don't get too close.
May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I ken what you need it for.
The graves. I would like to tidy them up. That way I can pay my respects properly.
Is that a fact? Why's that then?
They are my family. They deserve to be remembered.
Ah, fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself, will you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to say, better not glitched on me again. Because I do not want to keep reloading this game up every time.
Better. Cecilia Shaw Nee Gordon. Aunt Cecilia. Now, let's see if there's something really buried in here. Another piece of the castle model. Another part of the model. and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child? How could I have known that something was buried here? I don't remember Father ever telling me about this grave. Father must have buried the chapel piece here for a reason when he was a boy. But why? And whose blood is it stained with?
I hate when it does that. Just pause and then... Ugh.
Father, I hope you found your peace. Were you sick, like they say you were? Or the victim of this
Yo,
curse?
Flash, what is up?
This
How's it
curse of the
going?
Gordons? Whatever it is, I think you may have passed it on to me.
Hey, Joe, how's it going? Thank you. Much love to you too, True. Thanks for the like. And guys, if you haven't already, go check out True Skill the Flash. He's a good streamer. He'll make you laugh and all. And he's a very good person. Go check him out. Oh yeah, I think I seen the other episode with Vic. He always watched those.
Being the chronicle of the family Gordon.
Fifth flag.
As laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon. The year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time
I don't think so. We haven't watched the new Joker movie yet.
Elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this.
But me and him did watch the that new horror movie about a book that reads you and all.
Beware. The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts. With them, they brought too their religion and druid clerics. The magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time. "'Tis well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a barrier to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory, powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs, a debt as yet unsettled, a price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust. For the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us, as we kept the secrets of Skahandu, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, we held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect. To the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life. Lest my clan should suffer, I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
Where's the call coming from?
The hell? Am I gonna like this or not? Oh.
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real.
I'm underwater? Nice. But wait, why am I underwater? Oh, I need to stop doing that. Am I supposed to keep touching stuff?
All this looks like the bottom of a lake.
Ooh, this is getting creepy. Ooh, a fish.
What are you trying to show me? She's not holding a baby, but some heavy object to weigh herself down.
It should be like... Whoa. Whoa! Ay, 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 hello? Oh, man. I was supposed to touch it before I... Dang, I already got game over? Hey, B-Dog, what's up? Probably Dragon Spear. I'm not sure. Yep, but I just died. I mean, I think I'm supposed to touch her before she turns dark. Yep, looks like I gotta open that door again. What is good?
being the
Gotta read these
chronicle
again.
of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon, the year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the locals, they appear prideful of the counsel they delight in giving to visitors. Traveler, beware. The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts. With them, they brought too their religion and druid
Okay,
clerics.
Kaplan, thank you for being
The
here.
magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time. "'Tis well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a barrier to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory, powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs, a debt as yet unsettled, a price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust. O'er the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us, as we kept the secrets of Skahandu, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, we held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect, to the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life, lest my clan should suffer. I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
Mother Earth, where's the cold coming from? Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real. All this looks like the bottom of a lake. What are you trying to show me? She's not holding a baby, but some heavy object to weigh herself down. There's a fresh wound across her stomach. The figure up there must be Edward.
Oh no. Whoa! Ouch. Watch it!
Are you all right?
Did you see her? She drowned.
20.
Calm down, you're in shock. What were you doing clambering about in here?
If I told you, you'd think me mad.
Odd. That is just what your father said to me.
What? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Leah Farber. I treated your father at the asylum.
The asylum?
Let's get you back to the castle and make sure you are all right.
So his father was in an asylum. I'm not sure. I never saw the real movie of the Black Mirror. All I know is that he's seeing ghosts of the past.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman. Don't mind me. Please continue.
I don't like that dude.
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet. And there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead. Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Now who's screaming?
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No!
What is it? What? Oh my god, it's the maid! She's dead. That's not good. Chapter 2 complete. Really, chapter 2? That's oh my god. It looks like from where I can tell, her neck was snapped. Someone broke her neck and left her there in the blood. Yeah, she was. She was real cool, and she was innocent. She was scared. She knew something was going on.
It'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
An accident? You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door.
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you? I was too late. I was trying to help her. She...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
Of course, ma'am.
I think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my father. So, what was my father like when you locked him up?
I didn't just lock him up, I tried to help him. Your father was heavily drugged when he was brought to me. It was to prevent any further violent outbursts.
Tombstone.
Or so Lady Margaret had said, but something felt wrong, even then.
Yeah, probably. But it looked like someone had strong hands.
Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was being haunted by evil. I wish I had reached him, had been able to help him.
So do I. You weren't the only one who couldn't reach him. You're a persistent one, aren't you? Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back. He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To remove himself from this place?
I believe so.
And yet here you are, in the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world. Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I think
She
what
may
really
be a
scared him was
therapist or a
beyond the
doctor,
physical.
but...
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
He was a disturbed man. He saw things that weren't there. Things like a drowning woman floating in thin air. If you really want to help me, then let us find out what the maid knew. She was hiding something, but was too scared of Angus and Margaret to tell me.
You think whatever she wanted to confide might be connected to her death?
Maybe. Whatever I saw in the chapel, it has to be real. It has to be. A woman must have drowned herself in the loch. Because if it's all in my mind, like father, like son. Rory's not one for cleaning up after himself. Angus will have the key. Unless we can find another way in. I think I might have an idea how to get into the cellar, but I'm not sure you'll like it.
If it involves this filthy dumbwaiter, don't even think about it.
True, that wouldn't be very ladylike.
You might want to consider what I do for a living before trying to taunt me this cheaply.
You said you'd help me, so help me.
On my terms.
I can't fit in there, and I see no other way into the cellar.
You're asking me to put a lot of trust in you, given the circumstances.
Never mind. I think I might have an idea how to get into the cellar, but I'm not sure you'll like it.
If it involves this filthy dumbwaiter, don't even think about it.
Never mind.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her?
To be sure she was murdered before we start pointing fingers. What is it?
I'll get you back. You again.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit.
Don't go.
Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste. Nobody in this house is particularly chatty. Not even when I have an actual question for them.
Yeah.
Oh, stunning. How curious. Come and look at this. Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with. Something's carved into each one. I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house.
Oh, I see the carvings. There's an X. There's like an L thing and... Really, B-Dog?
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Scahandu, Cecilia.
My aunt? They're for her.
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her?
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie.
Now, B-Dog, he hasn't done anything wrong.
Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must.
The reason why he looks like that because his eyes are blind. He can't see.
I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
He's a harmless old guy. And he certainly likes this woman, Cecilia.
Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
Are these...
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here. Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they are not what they were. And this.
So it's true, she drowned herself. I'm guessing trying to get away from the father.
It's exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, ye ken.
Oh, petals are falling.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Oh, man. Well, he didn't say exactly. He just said she killed herself. I'm guessing the reason why we just saw that Edward was an abusive man.
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, ye ken.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Who's the woman that called him a coward?
Get lost!
You monster!
Who is that old woman? It takes courage to confront Edward like that. The saboteur Edward used. They ended up in this corner. He scratched the word Baron into her arm. What a monster.
They lied to me.
Who did?
All of them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Maybe bad. I still can't breathe.
What just happened?
I could ask you the same thing. You started to talk to yourself. And then you were throwing your arms about like you were fighting something. I couldn't see what. You started bawling, and the lassie came in to see what was going on. She tried to settle you, but you just went for her.
I saw an old lady. She wore a long, flowing dress. Her voice was strong, determined.
Sounds like Rosemary. She was Lady Margaret's mother.
Was Cecilia not able to have children? Did that anger Grandfather Edward?
Maybe you can see well enough too, son. Maybe you can. It wasn't her, it was her husband. He was the bother. Couldn't, you ken?
I think so, yes.
Aye, well, Edward blamed Cecilia for it. For picking the wrong man for her mate. You'll be fine, laddie. You just need some fresh air. This place can get to you.
The crack is right there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye. The secateurs should be... Here they are. How can I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory.
Trust your instincts, laddie.
So it turns out that Edward was an abusive man, and he actually blames the woman for picking the wrong man for not having kids. It's not her fault.
David, are you all right?
Am I all right? I should be asking you. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry. I faced much worse in the asylum.
She's tough. I don't think it's possible to face her. Sorry again.
Maybe don't leave me outside like a naughty puppy next time.
Yes, quite. I think that Edward may be responsible for the death of my Aunt Cecilia. Not directly. She drowned herself in the loch. I think that Edward drove her to it.
Old families usually have a skeleton or two in the cupboard.
Yes, but my family has a graveyard full. I feel like the madness that runs through this family, through these walls, is starting to seep into me too.
I can help you, but you need to open up. You need to start talking to me.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Stubborn, just like your father.
Whatever secret this family is hiding, it's costing lives. Cecilia, the maid, my father. God knows how many more over the years.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her?
To be sure she was murdered before we start pointing fingers.
I have to thank you again for coming to my aid in there.
I'm glad I found you in time. Thankfully, Mr. Harrison had made an educated guess as to your whereabouts.
Here we go again. Froze. No, it didn't entirely froze. It just got stuck again. Had to load up the game again. I hate doing that.
The secateurs should be... Here they are. How could I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory. The crack is right there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye. These are... dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone. Trust your instincts, laddie.
So after we taught the girl, we're going to try to go back in the house so we can find what again inside the cellar.
David, are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you. I think this place is starting to get to me.
Who knows?
I feel like the madness that runs through this family.
But whoever it
Through these
was
walls
doesn't
is
want her to
starting
talk.
seep into me too.
We were supposed to see. We were supposed to talk to her.
You need to start
but
talking to me.
No.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Stubborn. Just like your father.
Like after dinner, but somehow someone found out she was going to talk to us, and then they decided to make sure she didn't talk no more.
She drowned herself in the loch. I think that Edward drove her to it.
Old families usually have a skeleton or two in the cupboard.
Yes, but my family has a graveyard full. Whatever secret this family is hiding, it's costing lives. Cecilia, the maid, my father. God knows how many more over the years.
If you'd just like to wait out here, sir.
I need to speak with Eddie.
The young master and her ladyship are otherwise detained.
Fair enough. There's no doubt about his loyalty, nor with whom it lies. Mr. McKinnon, Angus, may I have the key to the cellar?
You may not, sir. As Mr. Harrison said, it will remain locked until the police arrive.
That's a fair point. I'm just concerned that some of the game in the cellar may have been caught illegally, poached by young Eddie there.
Well,
I'd be happy to get rid of the evidence.
This is gonna get tough. Angry neighbors, avoiding lawsuit, embarrassment to the family. Oh boy. Eddie's suspicious to me. Yeah, he's very... I didn't like him at first because he was so joking about the maid. But it looks like he's very upset about her death. So I hardly doubt he had anything to do with it. But after all, he just found her body.
For Eddie to be found poaching on another family's estate could prove embarrassing.
you're barely part of this family, but you have a point.
I do, and I don't think Lady Margaret would take kindly to any such embarrassment.
Upon reflection, removing the evidence may be the best course of action. Here you are, sir.
Ha. I suspect the boy and the lady don't want to talk. So, just gonna take the key. Go to the kitchen if I can remember which door it came to. Okay, that goes into the living room. Wait, that goes to the upper room. So right here should go to the kitchen.
Good thing I found that map. He would have never given up the cellar key otherwise.
Is it raining for you over there? Yeah, it has. It has been raining a lot here.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
sudden draft
Your
coming
stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe. Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
Ugh. The heck? That was really disturbing. Yeah. Seems that way.
What a horrific way to die.
They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
Your stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe. Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
Oh, she was biting his neck. I don't know which way to go. I mean, I examined that. I'll have to figure it out. Let's see.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please.
Okay, I gotta look for the pendant.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
Oh, come on.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design.
Still.
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
Her clothes. He ripped a seam open.
Seriously? Come on! Ugh.
Her neck...
Still.
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
The missing pendant. He threw it into the blood-filled basin.
Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to get too close.
David, can you hear me? Mr. Gordon, are you with me?
Your stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe? Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please. David, can you hear me?
How do you get out of this?
Mr. Gordon, are you with me?
Her clothes. He ripped a seam open.
We're all here, sir. All down in the dark. We're... Something's coming. The attic, sir. She's in the attic.
What just happened? You look like you were in some kind of trance.
Perhaps the lack of sleep is affecting me. Or the visions that you'd think me insane if I described them to you.
I know you're holding out on me. I am on your side, remember? I thought I'd proven that to you already.
Perhaps I'm misjudging her.
Your father wouldn't speak to me either. Please let me help you.
Or not. I'm not a patient. I'm not a madman.
Ugh, that's horrible.
You're not the one with your hand in it. French. I don't speak French.
I do. It says for Clara, forever yours. Who's Clara?
I don't know. Yet another relative, perhaps?
We should ask someone who's been around here for longer. How did you know it was there? The pendant, I mean.
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me. A hunch. Eddie gave this to her. We should ask him to his face just what his relationship was with her.
This isn't another ghost story, is it?
Look, you wouldn't understand. I can't...
What I do understand is that we cannot accuse a man of murder without proof.
The seam really did rip when she tried to get away from him. They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
She said she was in the attic, but we need proof to describe that.
The maid could never have afforded this. This is a trinket of the rich, not a servant.
I can't talk to her.
If Eddie really gave her that pendant, he might be her killer, and I might not be losing my mind. If Eddie really gave her that pendant, he might be her killer, and I might not be losing my mind. Mr. McKinnon, who is Clara?
The lady, Clara, young Eddie's late mother. A box with some of her belongings are kept in the library, as Master Eddie feels himself more a Gordon than a Mallory.
Maybe once I find out what really happened to Father here, I can finally talk to my family and staff about some lighter topics.
On to the library then. So Clara is Eddie's mother, but why on earth did the maiden have the pendant of that? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Clara seems to be the name of Eddie's mother.
It's hardly an uncommon name. We need more proof for a grave accusation like this.
What's your... Hang on. I don't have that kind of that. I'm not even sure. I don't even have an accent. And once again, that guy's not here. Let's see, there's gotta be something around here.
Clara seems to be the name of Eddie's mother.
It's hardly an uncommon name. We need more proof for a grave accusation like this.
The guy did say that her stuff was in the library.
Clara seems to be the name of Eddie's mother.
It's hardly an uncommon name. We need more proof for a grave accusation like this.
Another part of the model, and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child?
How'd it go? You gone?
Here we go. She's trying to find out about this Clara girl. Turns out it was Eddie's mother. But I don't understand what they're saying.
Seems to be the name of Eddie's mother.
It's hardly an uncommon name. We need more proof for a grave accusation like this.
I just don't know where to go yet. Let's see. Ah, get somewhere.
The belongings of Eddie's mother.
Thank you for your last letter. My heart soars with every word of yours I read. I touch the ink and imagine your fingers are just inches from mine, that we can almost touch, that I can almost feel the warmth of your skin once more. Young Edward grows more like his father each day. You'd be amazed how he shares your looks. I long for the day that this terrible war is ended and you return home to us, so we can be a family once more. I shall write to you again soon. Know that until then you are always in our hearts. Your loving wife, Clara.
The date. She was writing this when the death notice arrived. Oh, the poor woman.
I regret to inform you that your husband, Corporal Victor Mallory, number 874511, was killed in action with the enemy on the day of the 14th of September in Ypres. Your husband was involved in an advance against enemy lines. While he and his fellow soldiers fell, the action was successful, and you can take comfort in knowing his sacrifice saved many lives. It was not possible to get his remains away, and he was buried in a soldier's grave. Please accept the condolences of all the company. Yours, Captain Arthur Jones, 4th Army.
Recognize that?
The necklace. Is that...
A young Eddie and his mother, Clara. The belongings of Eddie's mother. You see? The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to the maid. The maid!
You're right. We need to speak to him about this. But how could you know this? I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer. How I draw my conclusions can wait for now. Eddie, I need to ask you about the maid. About Ailsa.
You didn't know her!
I know that you and her were... That is to say, I know you had feelings for her.
What? That's poppycock! You're as deranged as your father was!
David, really? You go too far with this behavior.
The police will be here soon. Would you not prefer to clear this up before they get here, in case they link Eddie with the crime?
Now look here, young lady. How dare you speak?
That's enough. Eddie. You gave her this. It was your mother's.
I did. It was.
Eddie!
I was just trying to cheer her up. She has nothing, and I had no need of it. You know she sends... You know she sent most of her money home to her grandmother.
My little doe. Strange thing to call the help.
How? It was just harmless fun, that's all.
Her clothing was ripped, as if someone was trying to force themselves upon her.
I would never have hurt her.
You're a worthless liar. You think she thought being pressed against a dead animal was harmless fun?
How do you know? It's true. Elsa and I would never have laid a finger on her. We were in love. I helped her with everything, even with her chores. Rose and...
That's quite enough. Eddie, you are obviously upset. And you are not helping, David. Angus, will you please take the young master upstairs?
As you say, Mom.
I think you have caused quite enough disruption here. We shall settle this heritage dilemma first thing tomorrow.
I don't think so. I have more questions now than ever. About my father, the maid, this whole damn house.
Have a care, David. Need I remind you of your father's temper?
I would never.
Given the current mental state of Master Eddie, who should be a part of the heritage considerations, any discussion on the topic would be futile at this point. Would you not agree?
Thank you, Leah. Maybe it's a good thing you're here after all.
Impudent brats!
What's going on?
Did you notice when Margaret got angry?
When Eddie mentioned chores involving Rose. What does that mean?
It can only have something to do with Lady Rosemary and Aunt Cecilia, and whatever the maid was doing in the attic.
The attic?
I saw the maid coming down the stairs with a tray, but there's nothing up there but an empty room, or so I thought.
Interesting. What is it, David?
The little boy.
Have to see.
David, wait! You have to start confiding in me, David. What are you seeing?
I can see echoes. Memories of those who lived here. I see my father as a young boy. He's trying to communicate with me.
Perhaps you visited here as a child. Maybe you're remembering stories your father told you of this place when you were young.
You see? I said you wouldn't believe me. If I'm only remembering things, how would I have known where to find a pendant? How could I have known he tried to force himself on her? Unless you think I killed her.
I don't think you killed anyone, David. And you're right. I can't explain it.
So?
So, we focus on the facts as we know them.
Go on.
You saw the maid's body. Her neck was broken. That was the work of a human, not a ghost, yes?
I suppose so, yes.
Lady Margaret knows more than she's saying, that's for sure.
Godspeed getting anything out of that old hag.
No, I know. But Eddie might be an easier
I'll be off in a
option.
minute.
Yes. Yes, we need to find him. And make sure Margaret isn't there to interrupt.
I believe she's already gone to bed, but I'll check. You go find Eddie.
Well, that's clear enough.
Well, hello, my dear Elsa. Oh, Sir Edward, you look very handsome today.
Eddie?
Why, thank you. You're as beautiful as ever, my little
Oh,
beau.
dear.
Oh, mwah, mwah.
He's playing with dolls.
Eddie, can you hear me? What can you tell me about Great-Grandmother Rose? What did Elsa have to do? Eddie! Self-made dolls. Ugh. The stuff of nightmares.
It looks like he's possessed. Looks like there's a cross missing.
Be quite safe, the little rabbit said to his brothers and sisters. The fox is fast asleep, so the rabbits tiptoed past, and the fox was sly. He wasn't asleep at all. He opened his yellow eyes.
I've warned you before to mind your place. This will be the last time you defy me.
Oh my god.
The eyes of the fox, they shone with cruel light as he punched on the rabbits and ate them all one by one. It was only then he went to sleep, his tummy full, his heart content.
Creepy. I could probably stop it right here. Yeah, I could stop it right here. Ah, crap. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Appreciate everyone else coming out and seeing the stream. So, thank you so much. Thank you, Stormy, B-Dog. Excuse me. Dragspear, Chow. Let's see who else. Kaplan. Drusco. Go check him out. He's a good streamer, so is Kaplan. And Comic Book Plus, he's a good streamer too. Go check him out. So basically that's everyone in the chat, so thank you so much for coming by and seeing me stream. So take care everyone, take care of Storm and everyone else in the chat. So I'll see y'all later. It's your girl Ash from Vic&Ashley Game. See you guys later.